farmer's market today. As always, I want to start this on the horizontal view, but it's a little bit vertical. Out here, 100, 101 maybe. I don't know. Gorgeous day, hot day. Selling compost bins, making sustainable choices, reusable stuff. So I realize that on my channel, I know I've been talking about a lot of metaphysical and energetic stuff this past month, but I also want to transition to talking about, it's like, you can do this instead of this. Like, you don't have to do this. Like, you don't have to buy straws. You don't have to buy coffee cups. You can just bring your own coffee cup. And you think that's trash? Well, you're trash. Just kidding. We're all walking trash cans. Human beings are. But there's more sustainable things that we can do with the things that we throw away. There's a little Spidey on me. Hi, buddy. See that? Spidey right there. He's my friend. Hi. He's gone. Just flew away. Yeah, like not accepting straws, not using paper towels. Not everyone, but a lot of people have this social barrier, this psychological barrier that we're taught that we're not supposed to do certain things. That's not it. And those social, the spider's still here. I thought it left. But it's still here. Like a lot of people would shoot. I'm gonna shoot this guy away, but I'm not gonna kill him. Sorry, buddy. And he was on his own little, what do you call it? Flags or string, whatever they make. There's all these social barriers to being more eco-friendly, and it's about not being seen as gross, and that doesn't matter. It comes to a social stance where you don't care socially what people think and what happens. But you know, our ancestors and previous humans in the past time were killed because of stuff like that. But that still does happen, but not as much as it used to, for sure. And being eco-friendly is a provocative thing. It's something that can be socially seen as weird, and it can be judged socially. And it's getting to that point of not caring. You know, not caring that you're not using paper towels to dry your hands off. They can air dry, or using a air dryer thing if bathrooms do have it. Refusing straws, refusing coffee cups, bringing your own coffee cups, bringing your own Tupperware, bringing your own stuff to places in people's houses to take food home. But you know, the thing is I do my best. I don't always do that. I don't always carry every single thing with me to be eco-friendly. And that's the other aspect of being eco-friendly, is letting go of those emotional ties of worry and judgment about using plastic and using this stuff. But it really takes in our biggest disposition that we all have, the freedom of choice, and the choice to the ability to choose things other than plastic. But when we do, we have to be kind to ourselves and forgive ourselves, and also thank the creator stuff aspect of it. But yeah, I'm just at the farmer's market, going a little deep into that deep talk, eco-friendly talk, the deeper aspects of it. Enjoying my hot coffee in this 100-degree weather. So good. Yeah, check out my shop, compostcultura.org. It's a way to, or just use whatever the hell you have, okay? I honestly advocate for people to use what they have. There's a lot of things that we all have that we can easily just start composting. Because, I always talk about this, This percentage is different. It varies. It's a tentative thing. 20 to 25 to 40 to 50% of our trash can be composted. And if more people, if billions on a billion level, like if half the world were to compost and be more conscious of their trash and be grateful for the things that they throw away and be caring with trash, we would have less trash in landfills, less trash in the sea, the ocean. Someone just wrote about that elephant. I'm not sure who's doing that. Humans are crazy. Humans are nuts. Let's all just sit for a moment for that elephant. That he gets released or she gets released. It's free. Gets fed. And remember to be present that we're not there. And if we were there, hopefully we would do something. But these are like the psychological dramas that we get caught into. This shit happens all the time because there's a lot of sick human beings in this world. The more focus we have on them, the more power we give to them. So, but the more focus we have on the solutions, the solution aspect of environment, and what we have, it gives more energy to that, and then more ideas come, and then more solutions come. Let's see, live chat. Let's see live chat. There we go. Lazy Susan, can you please don't comment stuff like that on here? This is, I know there's terrible things that go on in the world. The more focus we give it to that, the more energy we give to that. And my focus is on composting here. So, thanks for being here, but if that's the stuff you're going to bring, good luck to you. Just don't write it on my live chat, please. Lord. Yeah, my glasses broke a while ago, but my other glasses, I use a lot of things secondhand, and I'm proud of that. I used to be so embarrassed when I was a child that we would get secondhand everything or whatever, but I'm like, why was I embarrassed? It was so cool. I don't get every single thing secondhand, but a lot of things I do. And I think these glasses, I think someone gave them to me or something, and then the side broke off, and then I was like, damn, I need another pair of glasses. So I walked down the street, and there was a pair of glasses on the ground, so I just got those, and then those broke this morning, so I'm going back to these sunglasses. Well, just at the farmer's market. Get some misters in here, some chicken, a portable chicken mister stuff, spill over water, and well, like an example of compost stages. It's got a plan here. Making it big, because I'm gonna make it to the big leagues of the farmers markets here in where I'm living. Yeah. Let's go step out in the sun. did some rounds at the farm market. Chickens, feed them your scraps, they'll composite faster than your eggs. Very true. This is why we dash. What's dash? Hi Lisa, I'm doing great. Thank you for being here when you were. I have my coffee. I realize that. Speaking of my spirit. When I come to these events,
well, you did, but yes. I would never have seen it though.
yes.
I see it as you did it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it would take someone knowledgeable in this kind of game to see that.
Well, let me tell you about this game. When I take this to like gaming
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
oh,
I think my perfect work schedule would be 1 week Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the next week Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like your style, it's cute.
It's up to you, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna get some misters.
Yeah, I think it would play.
Misters.
Yeah, I'll be down here.
I'm gonna get something to eat really quick, and I'm gonna go into composting. Talking about composting.
thank you so much. I sleep in those shirts every night. So, oh, that you bought for me before? Okay, there you go. You know how good they are.
Repeat customer.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alright.
Okay.
So I'm gonna buy the game.
Okay, whatever.
Yes.
This is the I think you got it, and all of a sudden, player come around, bring you back in, back, and grab his bam. You know, it's like, and it celebrates because every time you load up with more and more and more, it's quite easy. It increases more jump. But again, I think kind of center another player. Or you can even set up, if you're 4 individuals, you can set a player from each
Okay. So how much is this one? And how much is that one?
Now this one has to go.
And how much is this one?
I've seen games like that come in like wrapped around a cardboard tube and in a box that's like a long pin.
Yeah, if we had rolled it, but then you would fit in a little box.
I actually think that I would.
Yeah, you'd have to have
You wanted the extra life, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the next one, this was a beautiful picture of all these my business partner is in IT. He told us he does like
Funny. I'm a bit of a hardcore gamer, and I've been accused of needing to win. But the thing is, like, I treat every game as a puzzle, trying to learn the strategy. So if I win the first time I ever play, I was like, I'm done. I've figured out the game. I'm no longer interested. this, I would always be
5 people here. Wow, thanks for being here. I was out there harassing people in a fun way. You know, I like to play and have fun. So they're just talking with other vendors, being silly and goofy, back and forth, springing off of each other, improv stuff. Come on. And it's been going on 26 minutes. 8 people here. Thank you for being here. Let me see if there's any comments. No recent comments, but it's all good. Okay. Talking to Judy. Oh yeah, I went to go get a here's my is she Arabian or I think she's from the Ukraine, but she makes these pastries, poppy seed pastries. And I went up to her and I was like, I'm trying to fail a drug test. Give me one of your poppy seed pastries. She's like, you're definitely failing a drug test. Because poppy seeds can come up positive as opioids. I don't have to take a drug test, but it was a joke. Joking around. So I got that and I was going to come back and talk about compost. And that's what I'm going to do. So, do you know what you can compost? And did you know that not every single thing that you throw away, but a lot of things that you throw away, specifically with food, can go back into your garden and can turn into a useful thing eventually, depending on where you're at in the world. East Coast, soil by the next day, usually in a week, because of the atmosphere. It's a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture in the air. And that's what compost, how it thrives on it, or how it just converts itself from the food that you just ate, which is organic matter. Not all food, so, but the foods that you can compost, can turn into. But I'm in the desert right now, so when you're in the desert, they don't always suggest. They don't always suggest, and who do I mean by they? I mean the FBI, not the FBI, but them, people, whoever it is. Don't always layer your compost browns and greens, because they say, hi, you like the flowers? Yeah? Do you compost? Oh yeah, do you want to start composting again? Do you want to start composting again? It's okay. Almost like so I compost mine, so I'm doing it live right now on YouTube. Yeah. No, you're not interrupting at all.
Even though it's shrunk some
So compost bins, yeah.
I think it's because I
don't sell compost. Yeah, this is an outdoor compost bin. It's really great. This is just an example, but this is what it could look like in your yard. You would create like a parameter, you would dig a little bit, and you would just push it in the ground, and it's stuck there until you move it, but it's dirty, it stays in place, and it's a compost chute. You literally just throw all your compost in here easily.
I had an old city
Yeah. We're at here? Or, yeah. Well, it was a compost bin that the city would pick up.
You ever see the city trash?
Yeah. I love that.
And we gave them out.
That's awesome. They have programs here in Tucson where you can get 2 free compost bins, and you can sign up for the community gardens and give them compost to them. So they still have it, but it's just a different format. It's always, I always advocate for everyone to do what's for them and to use what they have. That's something to check out, maybe soon. But it's one of the flowers that sometimes they always fall off. So
Can you give me that?
I'll just put it right here. You want this?
Yeah.
What are you gonna use it for?
Is it a real flower?
No, they're fake flowers.
Into this kind of stuff.
Yeah. The dollar store has a bunch of them. The dollar store, Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go check them out.
That's great.
Isn't it nice? Don't let it trick you. I mean, if it drew you in, then yeah, they're real. Just
Put some publicity on. They don't know what you're doing.
I know. I have this sign. I just have a small car. It's like bringing everything. I doesn't always fit.
You can, or you can keep it on whenever you want.
Picture or something so they know what that kid doing.
Yeah. It's evolving. Bye. I got asked out on a date by this man in his 70s. He's actually fun to talk to, but he asked me out to. He's like, hey, let's go swimming. I was like, where? He's like, at my house. I was like, yeah, swimming pool. He's like, no, but we could just hose each other off with a hose. No. No, thank you. Yeah. And, yeah. So, nobody's here right now. Let's see. Live chat. Welcome. Hey. Do you know that? So people that come to me that compost, I'm like, go about your day. It's all good. Some guy walked by and I told him, I was like, you know that a lot of your food waste can be turned to your garden? And he was like, yeah. He said, I do. And then I asked him, do you compost? And he said, yes. And then he started telling me that he's visiting friends from out of town, and yeah, it's cringe to him when he sees them throw food away. And like, totally understandable. And I said, send them to me. I'll fix them. Yeah. So they'll come my way. I'm gonna get off of here. Okay. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.